Okay, so we're ready? Oh, we're almost ready. Next Tuesday is March 1st. Can you even believe it? I cannot believe it. So that's Women in the Word. We're going to be at Broad Street Deli, March 1st at 7:30. Come on, we have plenty of space for you, and that's just a time of women getting together and digging into the Word together. It's usually about 45 minutes or an hour. I'm so very grateful that Jamie has offered the space at the deli. It's perfect. So you're welcome. Come on. That's Women in the Word. It's the first Tuesday night of the month. So this coming up Tuesday, March 1st. I'll hopefully see you then. All right. Now we're ready. So the word which we have translated here, persecution, is really, it's pressure and it's pressing. And what is it after? So these birds come, right? The sun comes. Let's see, these are the ones that are sown upon the stony ground. And they have no real root in them. And then trouble comes, persecution comes, the pressures of life come, and they fade away. They go away. Now that is the pressing and the pressure. And that's what Satan does. He amplifies all of the things that are going on around us to distract us, take our eyes off of the word and the promise and the basis for our hope, that we forget that it is God, Creator, Yahweh, Elohim, that is our basis for hope, that has given us our word. And so I want to come here. They immediately stumble and fall away. And this pressure that's coming from Satan is after your word. The persecution, when Paul talks about his suffering in the New Testament, he wasn't suffering with sickness or poverty. Everything that Paul lost was persecution because he preached Jesus. If Paul had just shut up and sat down, he would have been fine. He would have still had, he would have never been thrown in prison. He would have never been beaten. He would have never been touched. But because Satan hates the word, Paul faced suffering and persecution. I mean, you think about it. The only reason Paul was in jail was because he preached Jesus. Satan pressuring and pushing, trying to shut Paul up. He's trying to do the same thing to you. You might not be in jail. You might not have lost all your possessions. You may have a child that is just really, really having a hard time. You may be just trying to find your place in life right now. What in the world am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be? Maybe you're looking for security. Maybe you feel like you are losing everything, or everything is going to be pulled out from under you. The pressure is Satan amplifying the situation so that you can't hear the word. Which is why God told Joshua, put it in front of your face. Do not let it depart from before your eyes. Meditate on it. Murmur it to yourself. Say it to yourself. Speak the word so that you can hear it above the noise. And here's the other thing. Interestingly enough, our narrow gate, who is Jesus, the way, is only constricted by pressure. The gate is not closed. There is no detour. It's just the threat of pressure to produce fear in the heart of those who are brave enough to take the road less traveled by. The gate may be constricted, but it is not restricted. No pressure. Hear me, friends. No pressure in hell is strong enough to overpower the finished work of Jesus' death and resurrection to restrict or close off the gate. Get determined, friend. Get that word in front of your face and let the devil hear you say it. Speak it over your children. Speak it over yourselves that you were created to be their parent. It is by no accident that they are yours. And everything that you will need to do what God has destined you to do, He packed in your suitcase. He packed it long before you ever thought you would need it. Your God has designed you. He has created you. He has intricately knit you together so that you can be more than a conqueror in the place that you are right now. It's by no accident that you were born and that you're living in this day and age. There's a gifting inside of you. And maybe it is just for your children, or maybe it is just for your spouse, or maybe it's for the rest of the world. Maybe you were here to showcase God's goodness and to display His faithfulness. Whatever the purpose, whatever the design, whatever the pressure is right now, I hope that these words resonate with you in that Satan is after your word. That pressure is him, and he's a deceiver. Jesus Christ is more than enough, and you are His. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll pick up then. Bye, y'all.